More than 100 Atlantans are on their way to Selma, Alabama. They will commemorate a march 46 years ago tomorrow that changed the face of the civil rights movement forever. The march turned the world's attention and focus to voting rights in America and a nonviolent protest, which just beyond the bridge turned violent. Bill List brings us the story.
For Atlanta civil rights leader and now Congressman and Medal of Freedom winner John Lewis, then head of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, Hosea Williams from the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, and the Reverend Ralph Daybert Abernathy, leading the 54-mile march from Selma to the state capitol in Montgomery on March 7, 1965, was organized to protest the killing of civil rights worker Jimmy Lee Jackson and to shine the nation's spotlight on voting rights. There was one theme as the 600 marchers crossed the Edmund Pettus Bridge: when you pray, move your feet. But not long after crossing that bridge, the peaceful march turned into Bloody Sunday, with scores of marchers injured by authorities, including John Lewis, who suffered a concussion. To commemorate that historic event in American civil rights history, 3 busloads of Atlantans set out early today for Selma to again reenact the march.
We are going to commemorate those who sacrificed so much so that we could have the right to register and vote and to re-energize ourselves to the task ahead. We're coming back to register voters. We're coming back to educate voters.
2 days after that historic march, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. led a second march copied in more than 80 cities across America. Then on March 21st, 3,200 people marched across the bridge and more than 25,000 stood in protest at the Alabama state capitol.
Congressman Lewis is already in Selma, and now 46 years later, he'll again lead a commemorative march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge. Now, he's going to be joined, as Val told you before, by more than 100 Atlantans. They're now en route to the Alabama city. 11 years ago, Lewis made the march accompanied by President Clinton and other national leaders. Bill Liss, 11 Alive News.
All right, thank you, Bill.